You are a strong person. Yes, you can do it all. You thought that they had you stuck, but you're back against the wall. You are a strong person. So baby, keep moving on. Don't let nobody stop your hustle. But both your plans are just stand tall.
Yeah, I know I'm a day late for this Saturday self-reflection read, but I'm still gonna give it to you. We're gonna go ahead and get into it because whether it's Saturday or another day, it's always a great moment to self-reflect, okay? So this is gonna be a general read, but first let me start by saying thank you for joining me for another video here on LAVI Program. We're on this channel. We are manifesting realities one change at a time. It's your girl Lavender, your virtual life coach. For all of my new viewers as well as my returning viewers, please know that I greatly appreciate you. If you would like to schedule your own personal reading or a life coach session, please follow the QR code on your screen. It will take you to everything LAVI program. Also, please help the channel to grow, okay? Like the video, comment down below your thoughts, share the video so somebody else, can get the message. They can also discover LAVI program if they haven't already, as well as subscribe to the channel, okay? Sub up so that way you stay in tune with everything that I put out, all right? Okay, let's go ahead. Let's get into your Saturday self-reflection read, okay? Ancestor, spirit guides, universe, divine, I ask for clear, precise messages for the collective. What is the self-reflection message? What is the self-reflection message for the collective? All right, y'all, here we go. First out, release your critical voices within. So I don't know if some of you may have been, doubting some things, whether with yourself, your situation, okay. But the card says when a critical inner voice says I'm not enough or I'm too sensitive, immediately counter it with this is not true. Focus on loving thoughts instead. Yes. Always make sure you redirect those, okay? Reframe those thoughts. Challenge them. What evidence support it? What evidence, negates it? There's even an exercise that I do with my clients where it's called take your thoughts to court. Your thought is on trial. What's the evidence that supports the claim? What's the evidence that negates it? Depending upon which one has the most evidence, either you address it, and for what it is and you work on it, or you completely dismiss the case. Not enough evidence. And you reframe the thought. All right, let's get back into the read. What else for the collective? I don't know if somebody really needed to hear that, but yeah, that's some free life coaching right there for you. Next for the collective, we have practice humility. All right. It says, approach life humbly. No one is better than another. Keep your ego in check. Humility is the practice of being simple and valuing simple things. So I don't know if maybe for some of you, there have been some things where maybe you have been feeling like, bad and bougie in some kind of way, male or female. But it's like, even if you're good at something, just remember to humble yourself, to understand that, yeah, you can still stand in your power, but it doesn't mean you have to shrink somebody else. Because if you have to do that in order to feel that way, that honestly exposes a weakness within you. All right. Give me another one for the collective. My mouth is so dry, y'all. All right. Next, we have experience the passion of fire. This one says, reignite your life force by gazing into a cozy fire, recharging in the sunlight, or lighting a candle. Allow fire to spark your vision and vitality. So I don't know, if some of you may have been feeling, a lack of passion, not a lot of motivation or really self-activation going on. Maybe there could have been a lack of passion with a dream or an aspiration. Again, we did talk about the self-doubt, those critical voices within. So, there's some advice here. And even here, there's like firework going on. All right. It's like, tap into your fire. What is it that lights you? What is it that puts that spark there? Let's get back to it. Let's get back to you. Okay. Give me another one. Let me get one more, please. One more. All right, we have tame negative thinking. Yeah, it's been some heavy negative thoughts about self. What is going on, collective? I don't know if there's a specific situation that's going on here that's got you thinking this way, or if it's just conditioned due to recurrence or repetitiveness or around a long period of time. I'm not trying to assess or diagnose anyone. Um, but this card says when negative thoughts arise, experience the feelings behind them and then shift to a larger, more compassionate perspective. So challenge it. You know what I'm saying? Put it in check because ultimately you control it. You know what I mean? Regardless of whatever the external is that made you feel that way, you don't have to accept it. You don't have to let it impact you. You can allow, something to be what it is while not dimming your own light in some type of way. Bottom of the deck says breathe. All right. Breath is sacred. To replenish yourself, slowly inhale wellness and clarity to a count of 6. Then exhale stress to a count of 6. So maybe some of you could be doing or trying to do, some type of breathing technique to assist when, thoughts get critical. It's like an effective coping skill, allowing new oxygen to come to your brain so that you can gain clarity rather than, holding it in and not really having, breathing pattern and the panic getting even more, you know what I'm saying, or the aggression or whatever feeling it is becoming more because you're holding it in. So breathe, let it out. Your breath is sacred. Make sure that you are allowing yourself to replenish yourself in multiple ways. But when you're feeling some type of way or things are impacting you to make you feel some type of way, allow yourself to breathe. All right? I feel like that's the advice for you all with that. All right, let's get to this next spread. What else for the collective for Saturday self-reflection? What else for the collective for Saturday self-reflection? All right, let's see. What else we got here for you, collective? All right, we got enlightenment. All right. Cognitive enhancements are vastly expanding and transforming your mind, mental power and awareness, cognizant sensitivity. Okay, so it looks like, yes, you are enlightening yourself. This is what's, going to be, I feel like, a transitional period you all are in right now. Where, again, you've had these negative voices that's been, happening in your head, thinking negatively, losing your spark for things, really not being you, but at still some point feeling like you're better in some way than someone else is. I don't know, it's just some type of comparison that's there where you have the upper, at least by your perspective. But it does look like, there are things mentally that are transforming here. And I feel like it's in a positive way, like a positive transformation. All right, what else? All right, this card says you identify as being a spiritual person, but be mindful and rational in your practices and intentions to avoid bad karma from accumulating. Yeah, I feel like, especially with this coming directly under the practice humility card, I do think that, someone is being able to now that they're clearing their head, are going to be able to tap more into themselves now. Because you may see yourself as some type of like spiritual individual, someone who has some type of spiritual practice. I mean, you're watching tarot, right? But I feel like also acknowledging that even in that, we still have to practice humility, understanding to be mindful and rational in our practices and intentions. This way, moving forward, you're not creating new graves for yourself that you got to now dig yourself up out of. So I don't know if that might have been something you all may have been experiencing. There's way too many. I'm not taking that many. Another one, please. All right, we got ascension. Okay. You're advancing to another level. Keep pushing forward. Again, like I said, it's a transformation toward the positive, going upright, not regression. Let me get another one. I also feel like this could be, because again, with new sound mind, rational mind, not only are we able to check ourselves now, but you're also going to be able to, reignite fire within yourself. Maybe begin to follow things that you might have set all to the side or told yourself that you couldn't do anymore. I'm too old to do, or I'm too this to do, or I don't have this to do. Maybe, for some of you, this could be what is being transitioned here as well. Next, we have signs and symbols. It says, stay alert for signs and symbols. This is how the universe communicates with you. Pay attention. Okay? So make sure you're not allowing those negative thoughts to blind you in some kind of way, because this card comes underneath the tame negative thinking. Make sure you're not allowing, that web of overthinking, overanalyzing, hypervigilancy, negative self-perception, whatever category we're going to put it in. Don't let it blind you from things that are trying to also come in for you, for this transformation that's coming in. The universe is trying to communicate with you, and you just have to be attentive. So if we're clouded with so many other things going on, we might miss out on something, or just not see when something is like dangling right there for us. Okay. All right, so bottom of the deck, we have Emerald Pathway. The road to wish fulfillment and financial stability may look a bit winding up ahead. So doesn't mean that you're not continuing down the road. For some of you, this could have been about financial things that you were thinking about. But again, we do have ascension as well. So things are moving forward. I just feel like maybe it's not going to go as quickly as you may need it to be, or how you would hope it to go. But that the opportunities are going to be there. Let's not jeopardize the situation, by allowing ourselves to let negative thinking block off opportunities, okay? But it's an emerald pathway, green. We got money, you know what I'm saying, with this. So, like I said, for some of you, it's financial. But I will also say too, if things were easy, then everyone would have it. So by you pursuing the winding road, going forward, taking a breath when you feel a little flustered, so that you can clear your head and keep moving forward, you put in that effort, and not only that, when you get to the end, you're going to appreciate even more what you've acquired rather than it just being handed to you. Okay. All right, let's see. What is the final message? Final message for the collective. If you haven't already, sub up, okay? Also, like the video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts. Follow that QR code. All right? Okay. Here we go, y'all. Last message for the collective. Last message for the collective. All right, we have, you're not lost. You're recalibrating to your highest path. Like I say, it might feel like you're stuck with certain things, and this could have been what was making you, have these negative thoughts. But also, again, noticing it's like, but I have the talent for something. I'm good at something. I know I'm better than dot, dot, dot. You know what I'm saying? But it's like allowing yourself to realize it doesn't mean that things aren't coming. It's just not coming maybe to the quick speed in which you may need it to come right now, okay? I don't really have dry mouth. I have no idea what is going on. Okay, what else for the collector? I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep wiping my lips because I don't know what in the world is going on right now. All right, next. So it says, every ending is the universe's invitation to begin again. So, there may be some things that may have to ultimately come to some type of end, because again, we can't take everything with us as we move to this next level, this point of ascension. We can't take everything with us. We're going to have to make vacancy for new things to now come into our lives. All right. That could be also too with like making sure that you're pushing pride aside. Again, practicing that humility by putting pride aside and realizing, what, I know I'm going into something more. So I don't have to keep this. I don't, have to feel like I need this when I know it's more coming to me moving forward. What else? All right, it says, let go of what tightens you. The universe works through space. I just said that. You're going to have to cut some things off. Like, whatever this, some of these things are, you know what these are, okay? And again, this is self-reflection Saturday reading. So let's take that time to self-reflect. You know, what is it that I need to let go of? Whether it be people, places, things, stuff that I do, you know what I'm saying? Choices I make. What needs to be tweaked here? What can't I take with me? All right. And what needs to stay? Because I think sometimes too, not just what can I take with me, just like what really need to just stay, and being honest with ourselves about it. All right. Next out, we have be still. The universe is rearranging everything in your favor. We said that transition is happening. You know what I'm saying? But again, not allowing these negative thoughts to get in the way for of what's coming. There are things on the way for you. Don't move too much. Don't let the negative thoughts, steer you down a path where you now self-sabotaging again, digging yourself a deeper grave. We said that earlier. So just making sure you're keeping that clear head. Bottom of the deck, it says, you are the spell. The magic begins within. Know who you are. Stand in your power. Identify your strengths, your qualities, everything that makes you you. And where there are things that need to be shifted, shift it. If it needs to be shifted, then shift it. All right? That's your responsibility. But we also can't sit back and complain about things not going right if we actually play a role in them not going right. You feel me? It's just you just complaining now. You really don't want to change it. And it's not to judge anybody. It's just we gotta be real with ourselves. Like for real, if we conning ourselves, it's nothing that's going to change. Not real change, not sustainable change. All right? But that's the message that I got for you, collective. Please like the video, comment down below. All right, share the video so that others can find LAVI program if they don't know about me already. That helps the channel to grow. I greatly would appreciate it. Also, sub up, push that subscribe button. Let's go ahead and come and join the tribe. Be a part of it. I greatly appreciate you, and you are welcome here. If you would like, again, a personal tarot read or some type of life coach session, then please make sure you follow that QR code that is on your screen. And I'll see you on the next one, okay? Let's make sure we get to work. Continue to pour into yourselves and each other. All right. Bye-bye.